It's your boy Jay representing Gym Monster Fitness, and welcome back to a real quick video. And I have been getting this question a lot in the background, and I really did honestly say I wasn't gonna, put my 2 cents into it. Reason being is because it doesn't affect me, it doesn't do anything for me financially, spiritually, mentally, physically. It does nothing for me. But at the same time, when subscribers ask me, hey man, what's your, take on it, and I'm constantly, sending messages back and forth, I figure, hey, why not just do a video so everybody can go ahead and, get what my opinion is on it. And my opinion is just something very simple, guys. I saw all the whole beef thing transpire. I even think today Vince did a video, like what was it, a I'm sorry kind of video, but now it's not in my feed anymore, so I don't know if he took it down. I don't know. They went back and forth. Y'all already know some of the gist of it because the shit came out publicly, which was not the right way to do things in the first place on both parts. Whether who took a stab at who first shouldn't have really came out in public. That should have been something that they should have dealt with on the background. Probably brought the viewers into, what was going on slowly, and if they were going to transition and get rid of the POG channel, that's probably the way it probably should have went. But for the most part, for me, honestly, I kind of had a feeling that this was going to happen once I started noticing Vince dying off in the channel. Once Vince started dying off in the channel, I thought about all that money that Chris probably was making, and that him and Vince was probably making off them YouTube channels, because you can make a substantial amount on YouTube if you get the right following and the right fan base. You know what I mean? So with them boys having what they got over there at that POG, you already know they was making bread. And Chris got some clothing lines going, and Vince they got a damn supplement going and all that. So at some point you knew it was gonna happen once you started seeing Vince dying off the channel, and I knew it. I just think that one of the worst parts about it is that it seems like they did become good friends over time. Whether the videos brought them together as friends, whether they was just in the gym at one point and bumping into each other, and hey man, we started talking in the gym, and all of a sudden we became partners. I just hate to see a good friendship go to waste over money, and that's what money does. And I'm not saying, from Chris's perspective, it's bad for him to diss him, and I'm not saying from Vince's perspective it's bad for him to diss him. I'm just saying in general, you lose a lot of friends when it comes down to money, and especially when it's business partners that don't really have contracts and stuff like that, and they just shake on it. Because I'm that kind of guy too. I know what Chris is saying. I'm that kind of guy too, where if I shake on something, then you got my word on it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna continue to bring everything to the table, and ain't nothing gonna change with me and my relationship with you. But if you're not bringing or pulling up your end of the deal, then at some point we got to make some moves. You know what I mean? So it's the right way to go about it when it comes down to Chris moving off of the POG channel and doing his thing. Now if they continue to keep the POG channel together and kind of reconcile this whole thing, then hey, power to them. But at the same time, what's gonna be the stipulations now? Is it gonna be uncomfortable? Is Chris gonna put Vince on some kind of schedule to say, hey man, you need to at least upload this many videos a week? Who can tell who what to do in what situation? Is Chris the boss, or is Vince, the boss of the POG channel? And that's where, that button heads and stuff come into play. So I think behind the scenes, if they're gonna go back and reconcile this thing and work together as a team again, I think they need to come up with some real diehard, true, written rules and regulations for the channel and for the whole business brand in general, the POG, the whole shebang. So anyway, I know I didn't really touch on like the actual beef portion. I just kind of wanted to throw my little 2 cents in of how I think about it, what I think about it, and how I see them kind of moving forward, if that makes sense. Because I really do believe that they can reconcile this. It is what it is. At the end of the day, this is YouTube. So the people that's watching this shouldn't really influence what you do in your personal life, because there's no comments or anything that somebody can post on a video that I've done that's going to affect me in my personal life. It's just not that serious. So if they decide to reconcile, and the public don't like that, hey, so be it, man. Them boys brought something to YouTube when it came down to this fitness thing with the whole turning green and all that, man. Them boys brought something to the whole YouTube scene that, nobody was doing. And granted, we all started our channels at the same time, and a lot of us got our channels overlooked courtesy of these guys, but their channel was the greatest. And it's, ridiculous. So gotta give them respect, and if they decide to keep the POG channel going, man, more power to them. Let's just give these guys some support, continue to support the brand. If you don't like Vince, hey man, it is what it is. Vince still is a part of the POG, and if you don't like Chris, it is what it is. He's still a part of POG. So at the end of the day, let's see what happens, see how this thing unfolds, and let's just hope for the best. Anyway, it's been your boy Jay representing Gym Monster Fitness. I want you to go out there, work hard, train hard, stay motivated. Catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.